the problem is given an integer. I need to check to see if it's a power of 3. This is actually quite a simple problem if I already know what the constraints are and take advantage of the computer, like the limitations of a computer, take advantage of that. And let's see, I understand that what's the input? Input is an integer, a single integer, output a boolean, true if the number is a power of 3. And let's see. Well, no negative number can ever be a power of 3 because it's checking if it's a power of 3, not check if it's a power of negative 3. So no negative number will ever be true. 0, 3 to the 0 power, that's the smallest, can never be 0. So any number 0 and below, automatically false. For any problems I've seen before, I believe it's just a multiple of checking if a number is a multiple of any number. So I'll be using a modulus. Since I'm checking for powers of 3, I'll be using the power of operator, which is double star, single star multiplication, double star exponents. And that's all I need. I'll also need an if statement to check if the input number n is 0 or less. If it is, well, then I return false. So the plan is look at the input number. So if n is less than 1, I don't want to say less than or equal to 0. This is just faster. If n is less than 1, return. Actually, I don't need. Let's think of this differently. I need to let's do this in one if statement. If n is greater than 0, and here's the trick, since I'm going to take advantage of the limitations of a computer. The highest power of 3 that is less than this number here, 2 to the 31st minus 1, is 3 to the 19th power. So 3 to the 19th power. And I need to check if it's divisible, if the number is divisible by this number. In any case, yeah. Is this number divisible by the input number n? That's what I meant to say. So if that is the case, then return true. If nothing passes here, return false. Since I'm using return, I'm obviously writing a function. So, and that's all there is to it. As soon as it's negative, this does not work, and it'll go skip to return false. I'll never need to worry about dividing by 0 because it checks for this condition first. If n is equal to 0, it'll just skip to this statement is not true, so no if statement triggered, go to return false. So I never need to worry about dividing by 0 here. And really, that's all I need. With a simple solution of O of 1, taking advantage of the computer's limitations. That's all.